Well, history has been made today. We are now at the Zion cricket playing field, and we are looking at the new look. So history has been made today because we're at the Zion playing field, and this would be the first time after this playing field was resurrected, so to speak. This was the grounds that was very popular in the day when I was going to school. Zion pitch was a popular pitch. Lots of cricket used to be played here. Even the great El Camino Willett would have played here. Teams from town used to come over to Zion and play cricket. There used to be a clammy cherry tree somewhere down in the region where the boys are practicing right now. And once you hit a ball into that clammy cherry tree, that was 6. And then anywhere over here was a gut. Once we hit it into the gut, it was 6. And so I'm not sure any of these young boys will be able to clear the wall at the far end. But definitely nice outlook here as history is to be made. Joycelyn Liburd Primary having a bit of a training session under the watchful eye of the evergreen Sterling Marshall, who plays cricket for every and any team on Nevis. So if Sterling could get a game today, I could tell you he would play. If they would only tell him that he could put on his purple, he would play. But we're just awaiting the toss, and we're awaiting history to be made today. So Sterling Marshall has made himself the official coach for the Joycelyn Liburd Primary School today, and certainly giving the youngsters a little bit of a pep talk and a little bit of coaching and advice in terms of batting and bowling. And like I said, Sterling Marshall, he loves cricket. I thought I loved cricket, but if one person loves cricket more than I do, I will tell you Sterling Marshall. And so, like I say, if they just make a joke today and tell Sterling Marshall to suit up, he would play. Definitely would play. So I think we are waiting. One of the teams should be here shortly. That's the St. Thomas's Primary School. The Joycelyn Liburd Primary School already here. And this should be a pretty interesting contest. Derek Ricardo Parry is here. I don't think that he can lay claim to ever playing on the Zion cricket pitch. As famous as he is, I don't think he ever played cricket at this grounds. So I think he's having a good look at it, and maybe we could get an opinion from him as to what he thinks about this ground. Nice outlook, I could tell you. And the Easton's team, Easton's club, would have done a tremendous job. We have a mound as well. We already have lots of spectators, thousands maybe of spectators on the mound already here with their umbrellas. And then when we used to play cricket here at Zion, this was one of the popular stands right here on the step here at Zion. The guys who used to play cricket here would remember this step used to be filled to capacity. That's the open stand. And then of course that was the old Zion school, which could become a community center maybe one of these days. Still looking pretty neat. Just need the work done. I think it can be restored. So, folks on the mound waiting patiently for the first ball. Well, you know when an international team has arrived at an international grounds, yeah, they are all suited up. They have their gear, and Derek Parry has just indicated to me that he likes the look of the grounds. But he says that he played cricket here. He remembers playing cricket here way back in the day. So not only did El Camino Willett play here, but Derek Parry would have played here as well. So St. Thomas's Primary has arrived. And I must commend the Easton's Cricket Club guys. They have done a wonderful job, tent setup and all. And the field looks beautiful for a good day of cricket. And we hopefully will have a good game as well with all the preparation that has been done. So today, history has been made. We have the St. Thomas's Primary School, and we also have the Joycelyn Liburd Primary School. Joycelyn Liburd Primary School will toss the coin, and St. Thomas's will make the call. Tails is the call. Stand by. We'll find out from Carl Tuckett. Tails it is. Okay, well, let's talk about that. Right away, Cozier has indicated that his team is going to bat first. Any reason for that?
Just would like to bat first. Last game we bowled. That didn't turn out well, so we're going to bat first today.
That makes a lot of sense. And do you know that you're making history today? This pitch has, well, the grounds has been renovated from many years being dormant. And so today is the first official match on this grounds at Zion. So it would be nice to be a part of history to say that you're part of a winning team, right or wrong?
Right.
Right, okay. Liburd, had you won the toss, what would you have done?
I would have bowled first.
You'd have bowled first. So you're glad to bowl. And you're glad to be a part of history?
Yes.
Glad to be a part of history. And would history say that this first historic match was won by Joycelyn Liburd Primary School?
Yeah.
You think you're going to win this one?
Yes.
All right. Okay, well, best of luck, guys. All the best. Let's have a good game. Well, the Joycelyn Liburd Primary team goes onto the field. So the Joycelyn Liburd Primary School team goes onto the field. And the Pollard look-alike Donovan Griffin is in the team. And that's good news. And so we should be having the start of this game momentarily. So the action will begin. History being made here at Zion. History being made here, Sippy. History being made at Zion, and I could tell you that the car park looks really impressive. And we have folks on the mound. And you get coaches from all over. So, just about to get going. Maybe they might have a rethink and play the finals here. Who knows? First ball up. Bowls. He's pulling this one away into the onside. They should be looking for a single there. They're frozen in their creases. That should have been an easy single. Backward of square. And just didn't get on the way. So Liburd it is, the captain of the Joycelyn Liburd Primary School team, moves in now to bowl and short again, and that one went over the leg stump, I believe. So no wide signal by Kian Pemberton as that one went away down the leg side. So it's going to be Liburd once more. Moves in now to bowl. That's a good delivery. She struck him a bit. And they're looking for a run here, but that's a belated movement. I think Derek Parry was asking them to run, but the movement was a bit late. And I think that one struck him on the glove. So here goes once more. Liburd has started pretty well. Umpire Kian Pemberton making some adjustments to the pads of the non-striker. So here he goes and stopped by the umpire. He wasn't quite ready. Dead ball signal. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. That's off the pad past the keeper. They should be running at least one, and they get it very easily in the end. So St. Thomas is on the tins. 1 for no loss. That one a leg by. So, moves in once more to bowl short. He's sitting it in the air, away from the fielder. Donovan races in. The Pollard look-alike gets it in quickly. And one more to the total. So, here goes Liburd. Moves in now to bowl short. And that's a wide. The keeper doesn't pull it in. Well, half stopped it. They should have been thinking of the run. But a wide will be signaled nonetheless. One more to the total. So Here goes once more. Liburd moves in now to bowl. Full pitch delivery. That one missed the off stump. The off stump moved literally. And the keeper just knocking it down, not stopping it well. And that effectively ends over number 1. So the persons on the mound relaxing. I don't think they're watching too much of the cricket, but enjoying it. And then the main stand at the far end, just filling up. Folks will be coming in bit by bit, and so real history being made here at Zion, and we have spectators coming in all the while. So over number 2 to be bowled. So just about to bowl. Well, the batsman has a pretty unorthodox looking stance. 1 foot way out front, the other one grounded way back in the crease, and just about standing about center and off. So he looks he's going to pull a lot. Well, he's stroking this one down towards long on. The fielder comes and misfields badly, and they'll get a run safely. So 1 more to the total. So 1 more to the total. So here he goes, and that's a wide. No, not a wide, because it came off the pad. It was really wide, but somehow we got his foot across there and it came off the pad. Keeper stopped it. So here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's getting a short ball, pulls it away, dropped. Went right through his hands and into the boundary for 4. It went right through his hands. He looked as if he was moving well. Now he's wringing his hands, so it must have been painful in the end. And it's tough to get that kind of pain and still not get the wicket. But he's gone for 4. So he has been asked by Coach Lemuel Pemberton to go back on the rope. So obviously Sterling Marshall has been relieved of his duties. This one in the air. The captain comes across, takes the catch, he's gone. Wicket number 1. So wicket number 1. St. Thomas's Primary loses their first wicket, and we'll get the score in a bit. But definitely 1 wicket down. Good catch there by the captain, Liburd. So this ground has a lot of history, I could tell you. Franklin Brown nurtured the Zion School to a very good cricket team. That's driven nicely into the offside. The man is deep. He comes across, misfields badly. They should be thinking 2. Jasmine Charles screaming that they should go for 2. They do. And they get it easily in the end. Nice looking shot, that. And 2 more to the total. Good ball. Beaten outside the off stump. So the action continues as the bowler will be bowling from the Postman Brown end. And from the other end would be we'll rectify that as he moves in now to bowl. Slams it into the onside. The fielder comes across, does well. Poor return though. And backed up there by the captain. But that was a good bit of fielding. Really got across nicely and held it with both hands. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. That one crept along the surface, knocked into the onside. And they get 1. So 1 more to the total. So here he goes once more. Bowls and drives it nicely. Mid-on comes across. He goes down in the approved fashion. One of the batsmen fell down in the middle of the pitch, but managed to get home in the end. So 1 more to the total. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's driving. He's moving across. He goes down. He picks it up. Can this be close? Direct hit would have been interesting. That would have been interesting, but he got home. And you could see that the St. Thomas's Primary School players are making an effort to get runs. Here goes, hits it once more, comes in the approved fashion, stops it again, and again, this time he throws it away, but the captain does well to back up. And so the batsmen are timing the ball pretty nicely and getting the runs on a regular basis here. So here he goes, moves in once more to bowl. He's hitting it in the air, takes the catch, he's gone. Well, I could tell you that the folks on the mound are in the game. They're in the game. You could hear the shouts, you could hear the screams. They've set up their own types of tents up there. Those umbrellas are as big as tents. And they're enjoying the game. And the batsman walks off. They were getting really aggressive. And that's another wicket going for St. Thomas's. Knows what he's doing. I think that he thinks that he knows what he's doing. Wendell Micey Wallace actually has a cutlass and cutting out a jelly. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of guard this batsman has. If he's gonna settle there, he would be batting about off stump. Well, he has backed away slightly. Well, yes, he's still just about off stump. He's batting. Interesting way to bat. So, and you can watch from the way he's set up that he's going to be pulling. So, mid wicket and square leg could come in for a lot of the action here. As the bowler moves in now to bowl, he's driving. The bowler comes across, misfields, and it goes over to long off. Here he goes now, moves in now to bowl. Swing and a miss. Wide signal. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. That's wide again. Down the leg side. The little man losing the radar here. So the batsman had a little chat in the middle. So, and we'll be moving in now to bowl, going around the wicket. He's hitting it in the air, jumping short of the captain, who makes the meal of it, really. And fortunately, they didn't go through for the single, but it was almost in his grasp. As he moves in once more, bowls, he's switching at that. That might be a wide. Carmichael scratches his head and then says, okay, that's not wide enough. Well, here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's hitting it in the air again. The captain comes across, takes a fantastic diving catch. It was falling away from him, and he extended those long arms and scooped it up. And so, oh, the mound goes wild. I could tell you the mound is very supportive here today. And they're right there supporting the Joycelyn Liburd Primary School team. That was a great catch. Here he goes, Bo loops it up. He's having a drive. The captain comes across, feels it easily. No runs. So, here he goes once more. Bowls. That's a spanked into the offside. They're off and running. And they'll get one very easily. Backed up there by the captain. And that ends a pretty useful over. So, the over being bowled. And moves in now to bowl. St. Thomas is in. That one dropped just in front of the keeper. The keeper is diving away and stopping it effectively, but it dropped well in front of him. And, well, the batsman thinking about the run, but it already came from the keeper. So no possibility of runs there as he moves in now to bowl. He's driving. The bowler comes across. He stops it well. And so that's another dot in the scorer's book. Moves in once more to bowl. That's a wide. Definitely a wide. The keeper comes across and makes sure that he gets his body behind it and stops it nicely. Wide signal. The extras will continue to add up. Right away, the captain calls his bowler and says, okay, we can't give away all these extras. You have to make sure that you're bowling at the stumps, lad. So, here he goes once more. Having gotten the advice from his captain, let's see if he can follow it. That's a better delivery, but it swung away into the mid-wicket boundary for 4. That's a lovely pickup. And he really belted into that. The fielder was deep on mid-wicket, but he had no chance. And it crashed into the mid-wicket boundary for 4. So, here he goes, bowls, and he's hitting it in the air, down towards mid-off. The big man comes across. The Pollard look-alike in Donovan. Misfields, they're thinking of another run. Donovan gets the return in. And one more to the total. After all of that, only 1 run. Moves in now to bowls, flatter. He spanks it over the head of the bowler. Oh, that's a brilliant effort there. Oh, his left hand went down. I don't know if it was an accident, but if it's an accident, it's a great accident. That was tremendous fielding. Got his left hand down, stopped a certain 4. It was traveling. And very well done there. Only a single. So 1 more to the total. Here he goes now. Moves in now to bowl and spanking it back up the strip to the bowler. And as I have a look around the ground, the only thing missing is the vendors. I don't think the vendors got the memo. The only thing missing from the grounds today would be the vendors. Very nice outlook here at Zion, and not one single vendor. Here he goes, bowls, loops it up. The batsman hits it in the air, dropped. Got his hands to it and floored it. The keeper is saying, how can you drop that? But his turn might come. Here he goes, shorter, flatter. He's driving it in the air towards long off, who races across, and it goes past him. And it might just go into the boundary. It has crossed the rope. It's gone for 4. Poor bit of fielding that. And these are going to count big against the Joycelyn Liburd Primary School team. Well, apparently the batsman hit a 4 and should have been on strike. The non-striker was about to take strike. The umpire picked it up in time. So here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's hitting this one in the air. Fielder is moving late. Mid-wicket comes across. They're thinking of the second. They're going to get it, I believe. Yes, because more overthrows. Misfield again. They're going back for the third. And he gets home safely. And the very supportive St. Thomas's Primary School crew down here supporting their team. Derek Parry's there as well. Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. Loops it up. He's having a swing at that. Misses the shot. Carmichael initially looked as if he was about to signal wide and then decides to put his hand behind his back as a policeman would do on parade. As here he goes once more. Moves in now. Loops it up. He has a swing. He misses. True to the keeper. That one definitely looped up. A little bit of turn. Maybe a little bit of leg spin on that. As he's going to move in once more. Here he goes. Oh, that's way off target. But he swings it away. The man is racing across. Can he stop it? He does. That's good fielding. That's great fielding. He intercepted well. Donovan having some difficulty pulling it in. And that was well stopped, well saved on the boundary. So, from the Postman Brown end, we have a change in the bowling. Number 4 on his back. And he'll be bowling to the St. Thomas's batsman who has been here for a bit. As he moves in now, that's wide down the leg side. The keeper slides across and stops it, but the umpire, Kian Pemberton, signals wide. Here he goes once more, moves in now short, and he's driving, missing. The off stump moved, just shifted out of the way, and through to the keeper. So here he goes once more, moves in now, bowls, he's driving, the bowler stops it, well, half stops it. They're thinking of the single, but mid-on comes across and moves quickly to pick it up. Moves in once more to bowl short, and he's turning that one away. That's a nice looking shot backward up square. The fielder is racing across. Can he stop it? Sliding effort. They should be thinking two here, thinking about it, and then the ball comes back in, only a single. So one more to the total. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. That's a good delivery. Came off the pad. They're thinking of the single and then change their minds. And that's one more. No runs on that occasion. Caught. What you were saying now? So we understand that the score is 39 for 4. And we're in over number 7. So here goes now. Moves into bowl. That's wide-ish. Umpire Kian Pemberton think it's wide enough and signals. So one more to the total. Here goes once more. Bowls outside the off stump. Flash and a miss. True to the keeper. Wide signaled again. Here goes. Bowls. And he's bowled! You could see the flash of the bails as they lit up literally, and the mound goes wild. They celebrate. So 39 for 5. Does St. Thomas's have enough? That's the question. 41 for 5. I think this could be over number 8. So 41 for 5. New batsman races to the crease after being assisted with his helmet. So the sunshiny day here at the Seabreeze Park in Zion. I guess one of these days this ground might be officially named after one of the stalwarts from the area. Who knows? Here he goes. Bowls. He's hitting it into the onside. The fielder is racing in. Gets down in the approved fashion. And they'll only get one. So 42 for the loss of 5. So he's going to move in once more to bowl. Here he goes, moves in now. That's a wide-ish delivery. The keeper is sliding across and pulling it in with both gloves. And right away the captain is going to have a quick word with his bowler, trying to indicate, well, he's actually telling him to come around. So let's see what happens from here. So moves in now to bowl. That's a better delivery. Beaten. Away movement on that occasion. Using the seam nicely, and the ball just moving away and beating him through to the keeper. So here goes once more. Bowls. He's just patting it. He doesn't. Oh, the captain misfielded badly. And almost, well, the bowler should have held on to that. Captain got the return in, but he got home safely in the end. But that was not good running between the two batsmen. He goes short and he's driving back to the bowler who stops it well. So we're moving once more. We're over number 8 as he bowls. That's a good delivery and past the keeper. Here's the Donovan sliding effort by Pollard and stops it nicely. Return goes in. Good effort there. Donovan. There he goes now. Stops by the keeper. That's another wide. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl outside the off stump. That's a wide-ish delivery. Not signaled by Carmichael. So the batsman settles once more. Nice little compact looking stance. Moves in now to bowl. That's a good delivery. He's sitting there. The keeper is diving away and just couldn't pull it in. Well. That was a good effort by the wicketkeeper, diving away, but just couldn't pull it in. 8 overs completed, and St. Thomas is batting first, 44 for the loss of 5. 2 overs remaining. Swings it away. The fielder misfields badly, but backing up there is the captain, and the return comes in. There goes, balls. He's sitting this one into the outside there, looking for the single. This could be suicidal. No. So they got home safely. Here goes, balls. He's hitting it in the air. And that's the fielder, Donovan, coming across. Gets the return in. So 1 more to the total. So here goes, ball shot. That ball bounced about 4 times. Let's see what the umpire will signal. He doesn't signal. Signals wide in the end. So here goes once more. Moves in out to bowl. He's looping it. He's driving it back up the strip to the bowler. It was a full toss. And just stroked it back to the bowler. Here he goes, loops it up once more, beaten outside the off stump, through to the keeper. So the bowler looping it a lot more now. So we understand that St. Thomas's has scored their 50, so 50 on the tins. And here he goes, bow. That's not a bad delivery off the edge, but dropping just in front of the keeper, who was diving forward. 9 overs completed, 50 for the loss of 5.
That's the latest. Whoever Smith is working on that we'll have a commentary booth and a scorer's booth.
So it's going to be Liburd to bowl the last over. Starts with what looks like a wide. So 1 more to the total. 51 for the loss of 5.
Over number 10, bowlers would have to do, I think, most of the scoring really. He's the better batter, he's the man in form, and he's been hitting the ball nicely. Here is Liburd.
He goes once more. Liburd bowls. Driving nicely into the outside. The fielder painted it well. Nice bit of fielding. Poor work by the bowler, not stopping it with both hands. Donovan moves in once more. Bowls. He's flashing and missing. Goes past the keeper. There's Griffin. Donovan rushing in. And by signaled. So Liburd would want to be a lot tighter than this as he prepares to bowl once more. There goes bowls. He's hitting it in the air. The fielder is coming across, drops it. Got both hands to it and floored it. So another catch dropped. And they got a single. The movement was good, but he just didn't hold on to it. Here goes bowl, jags it down, beaten, through to the keeper. And no run scored. So he moves in once more to bowl. Useful delivery. Another dot as Liburd beats him as he was driving at that. So 1 more ball remaining, but 1 legal delivery. Yes, here he goes once more. Balls. He's driving it into the upside. They're racing across. The fielder comes in, and the ball comes in. The bail's removed, but he's home, and I think that's the end of the innings. So we'll wait for the umpires. So 55 for the loss of 5. 55 for 5. Can Joycelyn Liburd Primary get 56? We'll wait and see. We'll be back. Watching this historic game is the president of the Nevis Cricket Association, who incidentally is a Zion man, and he would know a little bit about the history of Zion cricket. Carlisle, could you tell us a little bit about your thoughts first of this historic match, the grounds as it looks today, and a little bit about the history of Zion?
Well, first of all, congratulations to the Easterns Cricket Club, because this is their home turf and they have done a lot of work to make sure that the pitch is good. There's a bit of bounce in the pitch. The outfield looks really good, considering that we haven't had a lot of rain. If you're talking Easterns Cricket, the main groundsman here is Dio Hendrickson. And it is just fitting because Easterns and Hendrickson go together. Meredith Hendrickson is the key man who brought Easterns into cricket and who kept Easterns into cricket. So that is significant that his son and his other son Tyrone are also involved in the cricket. I'm a Zion man. I'm just from right here, just over the gut. So I went to school at New River Primary and I played a lot of my cricket right here at Easterns Cricket Ground. And so I'm just happy, just excited to know that schools cricket is back in Gingerland and at Zion, and that they have seen it fit to give Joycelyn Liburd Primary a game on what would be considered their home ground. That is tremendous.
Finally, Carlisle, looking back into the archives, Zion has a lot of memories, but can you, looking at cricket, whether you're playing or just watching, an outstanding memory from the days when cricket was cricket here at Zion?
We suppose I give you two. Truman. Truman was probably the fastest of the bowlers that I saw at Zion before Lemmy. And I saw for the first time in my cricket life Truman break a stump. You know, and that just sent shivers through me, because he was practicing with Easterns when I was a little 11 or 12-year-old boy coming around Easterns. And then Lemuel Pemberton bowling to Van Samry. And those battles were epic, you know. And then Howard Newton batting from the far end and hitting a ball right clear of the boundary, right into the neighbor's yard next door, but not just into the neighbor's yard. The neighbor unfortunately had the pot uncovered and the ball fell right in Mama Herbert's pot, you know. So those are epic memories coming from cricket right here in Zion.
No, Wendell Micey Wallace is having a close look at this pitch. He's a man who knows about pitches, and he's having a close look and might even be thinking, well, maybe some of the matches we play at VOJN could be shifted over here. Who knows? He knows about grounds and pitches, Micey Wallace. Carlisle Powell also having a close-up look at the pitch. We also have a Delvin Phillip out there having a close look at the pitch as well. Must be pretty impressed, I could imagine. These guys would be thinking that the Easterns guys did a wonderful job here in getting this pitch prepared. The evergreen Derek Ricardo Parry making sure that his wicketkeeper would be holding on to everything today. They need to hold on to everything if they're going to win this. Joycelyn Liburd Primary, they haven't gotten to 55 as yet in this tournament. Can they get to 56 needed for victory? We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be an interesting second half to this game. Well, in this very historic encounter, as I indicated earlier, the second half should be very interesting. The St. Thomas's Primary School team should be pretty confident in getting to 55, because they would know that Joycelyn Liburd Primary wouldn't have gotten to such a total as yet in the tournament. But cricket is a funny old game. Joycelyn Liburd Primary would be thinking, we have to do this, and we have to do this today. Historic day and all. So again, we must say that very impressive outlook in terms of the car park. and must say that it's a real nice setting here for this historic day. So it's gonna be Bolus, and he'll be bowling to Marchand. I was saying Liburd all the time.
Strike for the Joycelyn Liburd Primary.
Well, I'll still say Liburd. I know him as Liburd. And so Elliott is the non-striker.
Third man on the boundary is
So he's a tall lad, and he hasn't really gotten off as yet for his team, and he's supposed to be the big bat for Jlps. Here he goes, good start. He just jabs it into the offside. Should have been thinking of a single. The keeper is a little slow getting around. But really and truly, you pat a ball there, you should be off and running. Elliott is in park, however. So nice start there by Bolus. So here's Bolus moving in now. Right arm over, short outside the off stump. He said, oh, the bowler got out of the way. That should have been a catch. That should have been a catch. The bowler skipped out of the way, really. The ball was coming back to him in the air. He got out of the way, Bolus. Skedaddled out of the way and allowed a single. Goes around the wicket now to Elliott. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. Elliott is having a switch at that. He goes through to the keeper. A dot ball. So, Bolus off a shorter run now. Moves in to bowl to Elliott and outside the off stump. Well, we understand it's not Elliott, it's Marchand. So it's Liburd and Marchand. And so, Bolus would have started well for the St. Thomas's primary team. That's a wide. As soon as I said he had started well, commentators cursed. Down the leg side, way down the leg side, as a matter of fact. He decides now to go over the wicket. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's having a switch at that outside the off stump. And through to the keeper, another dot. So, Bolus moves in once more to bowl. Slow ball. He's banks it into the offside. Third man is moving a little late. They should be thinking two here. And the third man fielder comes across, gets a return in. One more to the total. That significantly ends the first over. And the score 3 for no loss. So, your bowler from the Ginny Herbert end. Oh, that used to be the bakery and all. That's where we used to get our bread and tarts and etc. etc. Scores is the bowler. He's hitting it in the air just short of the bowler, who is rushing forward, but it drops in front of him. And so Marchand would settle once more. Course it is moving in now to bowl. Short, and he's pushing it, and the bowler comes across again. They're not looking to run. Another dot ball. So Joycelyn Liburd Primary behind the 8 ball here. So somebody is saying hit the ball. I think he's doing that, but they need to run the runs as well. Need to be a little bit more aggressive. Goes there, rubs the ball in his shirt. As he moves in now to bowl. He's a little man. He bowls, and that's got to be a wide. Marchand, well, umpire Carmichael, I thought, probably fell asleep just for a moment there. But it's another dot. So here goes once more. Moves in, goes there, bold. He's swinging into that. They're off and running. Mid-wicket is coming across. Fields it easily. And they get a single. So one more to the total. The fielding for St. Thomas's has been pretty good so far. I'm not seeing a lot of misfielding. And so they've restricted the bowling. He's turning this one down towards fine leg. And well fielded. Only a single.
And just one run, so the score moves on. We are moving on.
So one more to the total. And that brings Marchand into strike. Ryan Marchand goes there, moves in now to bowl. He's punching it into the offside. The fielder rushes in and can't score. So after 2 overs, the score 4 for no loss. And they're behind the 8 ball. So 5 for no loss. They're really behind the 8 ball here. And under some pressure already, Joycelyn Liburd Primary.
So no doubt the scoring rate Originally, it would have been 5.6 to win. So it's stop from Tanger's end.
So, bowlers off a pretty long run, I can tell you.
This time he'll be bowling to.
And he'll be bowling to the tall Captain Liburd.
He runs in.
Races in
Drives
now
the
to
balls to
bowl. He's
Liburd.
turning it again into the
Nicely
onside. Look at that long single. Could be in trouble now, but he got home safely.
All went well. 1 ball
Again,
total
continuing to score in singles.
by 1 to 6.
So bowlers it is. It's been pretty tight so far. Races in now to bowl.
He's there now.
Here goes balls. And that one beat the batsman past the leg stump. Going pretty close to the... They should be going back for the second. He could be in trouble here. He got home. So
There's no signal, so
apparently the umpire is indicating that that one touched the bat. So 2 more to the total.
for Liburd,
There was no signal from the umpire on that occasion.
pass between him.
So here he goes. Moves in once more. Balls. He's off that. Well caught. That's brilliantly caught. That's what Derek Parry was having in practice. That was a great catch. Came off the top of the bat. And the keeper took a great catch. That was a good catch. And so wicket number 1. Joycelyn Liburd Primary has lost the wicket. And that was a tremendous catch.
Finger not out. That one took him high on the glove. On the big.
So, as has been the case, a lot of these batsmen don't take guards. Settles, bowlers moves in now to bowl. Oh my goodness, the off stump moved. That one shaved the off stump. He had a switch at it and it was comprehensively beaten.
Went well for the Joycelyn Liburd Primary.
So here goes bowlers. Moves in once more. Energetic looking cricketer. He's driving into that. They should be looking for the single here. Here comes a cut. Oh my goodness, why did he turn back? That would have been an easy single. The captain turned back. I don't know why. Really not interested in getting the runs here today. Captain turned back. So that was very disappointing cricket there. So here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. The switch and a miss outside the off stump and wide signal by the umpire.
I'm wondering if that was a signal. Was that a signal? Wide. The umpire have to stretch out your arms, man. We're getting tired.
So here goes once more bowlers.
Into Elliott.
Moves in now to bowl. Elliott is the name of the batsman. Hits it in the air. The keeper is racing after it. The keeper is racing after it. And again, Elliott is looking for the run. He has the throw. Now they have decided to run. Well, it's a comedy of errors here. And that ends the over. Keeper was racing forward. He would have had to put in the dive. And a single after all of that. Well, what's interesting is that the wicketkeeper has changed, taken off his gloves and has the ball in hand now. So obviously he's very well versed in this game. Started keeping wicket and now he's going to bowl. And the bowler, so he bowled his 2 overs very early. He's now gone into the gloves. So again, he too must be pretty talented. So Elliott it is. So he'll be taking strike from Hamilton, who previously kept wicket and now is in the role of a bowler. Starts with a wide, goes past the keeper. Bowler's maybe not as good a keeper as Hamilton is. And it goes past him and wide signal. So that's 2 more to the total. So Liburd will settle as he goes. Moves in now to go to Liburd. Liburd is stroking it into the offside. They're off and running. The fielder comes across. They hardly misfield, these St. Thomas's players. They have been doing pretty well in the field. 1 more to the total. So 13 for 1. Hamilton moves in now to bowl. He's swinging into that. He's going down the hill. He's going to go pretty close to the boundary. It crosses the line now. a little bit too straight on that occasion from Hamilton, and he swung into it. It went down the hill and it went away for 4. So Elliott back in strike, having struck that boundary, settles over his bat now. Hamilton moves into bowl. That's the wideish delivery. Goes down towards third man. Let's see what the umpire will signal. It was pretty wide. It was, well, a bye signal, but that one was moving away quite a distance away from the batsman. But a bye signal. So he goes now to bowl to Liburd. Is very defensive. Just pushes it with soft hands into the offside. And they're off for a single. So Liburd hasn't really played one shot in anger as yet. Seems to be in a very defensive mode. Elliott, on the other hand, seems to be the aggressor as he's driving bold. Hamilton has struck middle stump. And bold, clean bowled is Elliott. That was very well bowled. Direct on stumps. He was driving at it and clean bowled. And it looks to me as if St. Thomas's has a bit of a nose in front at this point of the game. So the 3 coaches for the Joycelyn Liburd Primary School very much there in conversation. Of course, we have Liburd and we have Pemberton and Sterling Marshall, who booked himself on the team earlier today. That has to be a no ball. No ball for height. And so it's going to be a free hit. So Hamilton, it's going to be a free hit. Here he goes, Mobson now to bowl. He's having a swing at that. Hits him on the pad. Third man is very slow. And they're going to get a leg by. So 1 more to the total. So that ends, I think, over number 5. And we'll verify the score in a bit. So it's going to be little Philip, Dewan Philip's son. Moves in now to bowl. Has a swing at that past the keeper. It's going to be wide, I believe. Let's see what the umpire signals. So 2 more to the total. So young Philip starts with a wide. Will be bowling now to Liburd. Here's a little man, moves in now to bowl. Liburd is hitting it in the air, dropping well short of the man at point. Doesn't negotiate the spin well at all, but recovers quickly. And they get 1, but he hasn't really played any shots in anger. Even that shot, he didn't really belt into it. So Liburd would need to step up if he's going to take his team home to victory. Right now, St. Thomas is, I think, ahead by a nose. Here he goes, loop set, and he's hitting this down the ground. The fielder comes across. Good bit of work, that. And throws it away, but the keeper does the backup. So that's good backup there by the wicket keeper. 1 more to the total. So Philip once more moves in now to bowl. He's hitting it down the ground. The fielder is moving in, stops it nicely. Again, I'm impressed by the fielding of the St. Thomas's Primary School. They have been fielding very well, stopping almost everything. Here goes once more. Philip bowls. He's hitting this one into the onside. The fielder races across, puts down a hand, misses, and they'll get 1 more. So, looking pretty busy now. I think they realize they're behind the 8 ball. They're trying to hustle now. Here goes Philip Bow down the leg side. He swings it away. That's a lovely shot. The first shot in anger. That's the first shot that Liburd has played in anger. He really took that. And that was a lovely shot. Gone for 4. He really laced that Liburd. So young Philip moves in once more. Bowl loops it up, and this time he's just pushing it back up the strip to the bowler. And just rushing across to hold it is Philip. That ends the over. So at the end of over number, well, we have to verify if it's 5 or 6 overs. It's 31 for the loss of 2. Well, if it's 5 overs, which we have to make sure, I think that
One of the West Indians.
the problem is that
Many moves the boy played league and
St.
Paris
Thomas's
cricket, and he
has
wasn't able to
dropped
make
back.
I didn't make much runs
I
out
think he has dropped back because
my
Joycelyn Liburd Primary has upped the tempo, and I don't think St. Thomas's is the nose ahead anymore. I think they're pretty much neck and neck at this point. 31 from 5. And Maynard has been brought into the attack. So that's a wide. Maynard is the bowler.
31.
One more to the total.
They need another one. 25 more. Can they
So
get them, Raja? Yeah, Raja said they can get them. Well, it's not surprising. Raja said they can get them.
So he moves in once more. Maynard bowls. He's driving down towards square leg, who comes across and throws it away. They're going back. Well, no. Almost got stranded. Fielder, the bowler did well, got across quickly, and they turn back. So that brings Liburd, the captain, into strike. He's driving at that. Goes past the keeper. They're going to run. This could be interesting. Home. He's home. Direct hit and all, but he's home. So that brings Elliott back into strike. Is this going to be Maynard? Moving in now to bowl. He's driving at that. The away movement once more. Too wide. So umpire Carmichael, these wides are going to hurt St. Thomas's. So only 2 boundaries have been hit so far. Moves in now, loops it up. That's a good delivery, but it swings it into the onside. The fielding has been good for St. Thomas's. It gets right behind it, and they get 1. So good bit of work that by the mid-wicket fielder. So here he goes once more. Ball. Liburd is swinging it. Dropped. Second attempt. Well, it was a good attempt by the youngster. He got both hands straight. It came out. He grabbed at it again, and then it went to the ground. He's swinging. He has another chance. Oh, he has dropped it again. It is gone for 4. Oh, they're screaming up there. They're screaming. So 6 overs completed, and 40 for the loss of 1. 40 for the loss of 1. You'll have to say that Joycelyn Liburd Primary, no, they have a nose ahead. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. He has a switch at that, does Liburd. Missing, true to the keeper. Bowler looks back at the umpire anxiously, wondering if he would signal wide. He didn't. So here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Oh, he's jabbing that into his pad. The bowler is screaming his appeal, but there's bat into pad. So Hamilton it is. Moves in now shorter. He's swinging it in there. Somebody's coming across. Oh, he tried a one-handed thingy. Tried putting just his left hand, and that's a single. 1 more to the total. Here he goes once more. Bowls to Elliott. Oh, through the keeper. Poor work by bowlers. And they're through. These runs are going to hurt them. That, I thought, was a bye. The umpire says that is a run because he didn't signal. Well, that's interesting. Thought he missed everything there. So here he goes. Bowl. Liburd gets a wide. Swings at it. Misses. They're running through. So that's a wide. That makes it 2 more to the total. And these are hurting St. Thomas's. So here goes once more. Hamilton moves in now short and down the leg side. That has to be another wide. But the umpire has fallen asleep. Oh, he finally does. He signals belatedly. I think he has fallen asleep. So here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. That's another wide. No, he hits him on the pad, but that's well outside the leg stump. And now they're rushing through for the single because the keeper was sleeping. Well. Good call that by the 2 players. Crossing through for a single. So 44 the score. Joycelyn Liburd Primary now. Really much, I would have to say they're in charge. St. Thomas's had them under early pressure. Now they are applying pressure of their own. Here goes. Bowl, better delivery, slapping it into the offside. They're off and running. The bowler goes after it. And 1 more to the total. The crowd is into it. It's a crowd that's supporting the Joycelyn Liburd Primary School mainly. And they're screaming their support. 1 more to the total. Well, it's going to be Liburd who will be taking strike. I think he's leading his team nicely for the moment.
Franklin Daniel would have been here, you know. I'm not seeing him. I'm going to ask him a question when I see him later.
So, settles over his bat. Liburd bowls, and this time he's pushing it into the offside, off and running. Playing with soft hands and just off and running. We have a bit of an overcast now. Don't know if we'll be getting some rain off the sea. But this game is almost completed anyway. Ball now is swinging ball! Can we have another twist to this game as the bowler celebrates? Oh, he has a bit of a dance as well. So, crucial wicket here for Jlps. Can we have another twist in this game? So, a little bit of cloud cover towards the sea, and the rain normally comes from the seaside here.
It's a wonderful setting here. Nice Joycelyn Liburd. The ladies from that school, the student, has been here very early in the piece.
So, new batsman in. Can St. Thomas's claw their way back into this game? He slaps it, and oh, poor bit of work. That's the first time that I've seen a poor bit of work from the St. Thomas's field. And I could tell you that the Joycelyn Liburd Primary team is screaming their support. As he got to, he hit that hard. Moves in now to bowl, and he's bowled him. Oh, the bowler celebrates once more. Oh, a little bit of a flip as well. A little bit of a Sinclair as he did the somersault. So that's another wicket. Well. So St. Thomas's Primary has a bit of a Sinclair here, still doing a bit of a dance. No. We're still having a bit of an interesting situation here. Well, apparently the little man went out and the pads maybe a little too big for him. Well, we have a left-hander in strike. We still have a game on. Just about 5 runs required, but St. Thomas is clawing their way back into this game. As he moves in now to bowl, he's getting this one on the pad. The keeper is appealing, but Liburd is rushing through.
And let's see if there will be any signal from the umpire.
And apparently it's a leg by, so 1 more to the total. Now that brings Liburd into strike. He's 1 blow away from making it a victory here. A historic victory, I must add, for Joycelyn Liburd Primary. As he goes, bowls. Liburd is just coming quietly forward, just pushing it back up the strip to the bowler. That ends the over. 8 overs completed. We still could have another twist in this game. 4 runs required, 2 overs to go. It could still be interesting. Well, with 4 runs required, Philip has been entrusted with a crucial over. Otto it is in strike. Philip, very crucial over. Not a bad delivery at all, but he tucks it into the onside. They're screaming to him to run, and they'll settle for one. So one more to the total. 3 runs required.
If Philip can sneak Liburd, and then this game can come down.
So here he goes. Liburd can make it 1 hit away. Misses. Keeper doesn't do well. And they're going to get 2 more.
Yes, and they get 2 runs in that.
He's home. Hustling home is Otto. So
55. They need 1 for victory.
we understand that the scores are tied. 1 run required. Oh, that's the one, because that's a wide. That's the wide. That's the game. Philip has given it away. I think that's the game. They say 1 more. So they say 1 more. So 2 scores now tied apparently. Philip moves in now, loops it up. Otto swings it away. That's the runs. That's the victory. And so they have gotten a single. Let's see what the scores will signal. I think that Joycelyn Liburd Primary has won this game. The umpires are looking towards the scorers. The scorers have not signaled as yet. They're still waiting. But it seems as if there are more runs required. Well, ball now to Liburd. Liburd gets an edge to that. Passes a keeper. Well, how many more times are we going to hear 1 more run required? I think this time has to be the game. Now they're calling them in. And that's the game. Joycelyn Liburd Primary has won. Liburd has done very well to lead his team to victory. Joycelyn Liburd Primary has won their first game in this historic contest here at the Seabreeze Park in Zion. And what a game. History created. I almost said Easterns has won, but Joycelyn Liburd Primary has won this game.
But someone had to win, someone had to lose. So we say congratulations to both teams. They are yet young. And once
So
they continue and they show this good spirit,
players
I think that
now
it's all gonna go
shaking hands.
for
It's all part of the level of sportsmanship being taught to these guys. And so
and I think
it has been a pretty interesting contest nonetheless.
they keep it up.
But Joycelyn Liburd
The
Primary
future of cricket in
coming
England.
out the victors.
So once again, congratulations to the Joycelyn Liburd.
Well, we have the man of the matches, young Liburd, and Kirisha Powell. I'm giving him his 6-pack of pear driller or malt. I think it's malt, giant malt. So steady, I'm coming by you.
Yeah, okay.
Hi. Well, young Liburd has been adjudged the man of the match. Tell us how you feel about this victory. First victory for Joycelyn Liburd Primary. How does it feel?
It feels great.
It feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think you would have won? Because when you started, you were behind the 8 ball. You were struggling to get the ball off the square. Were you a little nervous about it?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, suddenly the scoring rate was moved up quite a bit. Did somebody say something where you started to hit the ball like that?
No, I just know what to do.
You just know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it.
Yes.
All right. So how many more games do you have?
I don't.
You don't know. But whatever more games you have, you're going to win those as well.
Yes.
All right. Well, congratulations on your first victory. History was made today, and you're part of history. Congratulations.
Thanks.